bam. I mean, look, my name's on it. But I'm not here to talk about that wonderful press kit from HBO. Thank you for the love. I'm here to talk about we're here. We're here. We need to get into this excellent show that I was able to catch the first 3 episodes here due to my screener pass. And each week I'm going to be giving you a review right after the episode here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and cue my theme music and let's get into this review. Listen. Yeah. Yes, dog. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty-Rants. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please look downstairs. Those are my links to my social media pages. That's at Matty-Rants on Facebook and Instagram. And on Twitter, it's at the Matty-Rants because someone took the first one and they don't even use the account. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, that's Cash App, $ Matty-Rants, Venmo, Matty-Rants, and PayPal.me, MattyRants. Y'all, listen, the train doesn't stop here at noon, but I can tell you that this show, We're Here, pulls at all the heartstrings, gives you a few chuckles here and there, and asks some serious questions that I was very much here for. We follow Bob the drag queen, Shangela Eureka, shout out to my Texas sister, and Eureka O'Hara as they travel around to small towns and drag it up, or better yet, bring a little love, inspiration, laughs, help the children or the adults or anybody in between find their mark in life and also bring the town together in the process. The first episode takes place in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. We got to get into 3 different stories between Hunter, Daryl, and Erica. Before I start just really getting into this episode, can I just give some love to the production team behind the show, to the director, everybody who was involved. Seriously. Y'all, this was very well done. The music was always right when it needed to be. I enjoyed the cinematography of everything. I enjoyed how it was filmed. The little moments where they would break in and out, everything that was done as far as the full product that was placed in my possession to watch, I was here for. I was here for the presentation. They're here. We're here. There are objects with wheels rolling through a small town, a yellow purse. A yellow purse. You knew it was Bob's. Shangela had a big pink lip mobile, and Eureka was walking around in the Trojan elephant that took down an entire nation. I'm telling you, it was interesting, and I actually loved all of it. They come out of their cars with, sayings here and there, lots of good camera angles, lots of great moments. Bob and Shangela are giving me Kentucky Derby teas, low-key, possibly a late lunch, somebody of excellence and money, while Eureka is hosting a fight club for drag queen gladiators. It all starts with them just telling the townspeople, hey, we're here, we're here. We're doing a local drag show. Y'all should come out. We're here to help your town do this, that, and the other. It was a really cute intro. And then they show some man in the same moment after all that happened when they leave the shop, and this woman was so giddy about them being there, how he said he would never come back again for allowing some freaks to be in her shop, which she was like, okay, bye. But isn't that amazing how in that same moment, all of that positivity, and then this gross individual comes out of here just to open his mouth and say, they were in the store, sir. You had time to say all that then. But you didn't, because you know what? You weren't there. We're here. Intro was it. I was here for all of it. I love the fact that they basically bring these giant buses around and they set up their own tent areas where it's their safe space whenever they're in these small towns, because they don't know how these people are going to act all the time. We saw Tu Wong Fu. Whose shoe does this belong to? Very her, Sheriff Dollar Tees. But they just want to have a safe space for themselves as well as the people who they're going to be working with here. Now, of course, they're walking around town, letting everybody know, hey, we're doing a drag show. We're going to involve some people from your town. We'd love for you to show up. But this is about 3 individuals who each drag queen has as sort of a mentee to them being the mentor. Hunter is a gay makeup artist who lives in a small town whose friend used to stay there and was sort of like his best gay buddy, our confidants for those of us who grew up like me and said others who had that one gay friend while we were growing up through life. And of course, they moved away to a bigger city and he's still there. And so he feels that while he's still stuck in one place, that he wishes he was closer to his family because, of course, coming out was really hard to do. His family seems accepting, but he wants to be a little bit closer to them because of how close they are now. Now, the second person is Daryl. Daryl is a straight black man who works as, I believe, in college admissions, if I'm correct here. Forgive me if I have that wrong, Daryl. I was here for your story. Who wants to showcase that him as a straight black male can do something like drag in this completely different arena. How can we ask to accept one and not the other? Now, drag is different from race, Daryl, okay? Let's just get that clear. Different, brother. And as a black gay man, I can speak on this. However, I did love the fact that you wanted to make this something to showcase because there are a lot of problems within the black community. I'm speaking of this now with homophobia. So I was here for this. But I also felt like with Daryl's story, we didn't get a full run through like we did with Hunter and Erica. No shade to Daryl. I just believe in the story sense, Hunter and Erica's was working a little bit better for what they were trying to do, but I would have liked to have heard more from Daryl. However, he was a hoot. And he had Bob as his mentor, so that was perfect. It was, drag mother. I'm saying mentor this entire time. Which show am I watching? We're here. That's what I'm watching. Daryl was the hoop, but I need to get to Erica because Erica's story was the one I was invested in quite a bit. Now, Eureka has Erica. Erica is this Christian mother, super Christian mother, or once former super Christian mother, who has lost her relationship, I believe, with her children, but more so her daughter, Haley, who recently came out as bisexual, and her mother did not go about it in the right way. As a matter of fact, there is a point in the show where they discuss about her bringing the church around her to pray for her and to pray the bisexuality away. When I tell y'all, I have lived this experience in my life more than 3 times, I can account same situations where I went to church with family thinking it was something and it was really something else. Oh no, they just want to ask you a couple questions. Well, really want to bring you around here, get all in your tea. Okay, that's not a way for a parent to show love. I'm just going to tell you all that right now. So I felt for Haley in this situation, but Erica wants to rekindle this relationship because now that she knows that she lost her child and she wants to have this close relationship with her kids again, she herself feels bad for the route that she's taken and she wants to show that she's different. She's joined this organization, the Moms for Hugs, at the gay pride parades and stuff like that, which is really sweet because like Eureka was saying, I lost my mother, Eureka lost hers. There's nothing like a mother's hug. I can't stress it. And, I feel bad for anybody who's never felt that feeling. But for me, as a mama's boy, that was what I used to just, as a mama's boy, that was tough. So that moment with Eureka and Erica and the Mothers for Hugs part was really touching. I feel like I just jumped all over the place with this review, but I think here we go. We're still on track here. We're talking about we're here. Maybe a little bit of Erica and Eureka there for just a moment. So I kind of want to get into Hunter's story and how Shangela was super helpful. Shangela was everything. Shangela was everything. I'm sorry, Shangela just reminds me of me when I see her. She's a good old time, I'm telling you. Hunter was interesting to watch because Hunter, you could see, was fully himself, but it was more so the things around him that were affecting him and him being himself fully. And that came from his father, who, if you looked at him and then you looked at Hunter, it was like the opposites, just the moon and the sun, honey. Of course, the struggle that he had with the family's relationship with him and coming out, it seemed like it was a struggle in the beginning and they've gotten better, but there was still that extra step that Hunter needed to have to fully feel connected to his father. That was where I was really into this because y'all know my relationship with my dad. I was like, oh, is this a show about me? Do y'all want to call me next time we do this? Because honestly, you've got a storyline with my family. You've got a storyline. This isn't about me. It's about Hunter, Shangela, we're here. The rest of them, though. all of them that were there. I thought it was lovely when Shangela came into there originally to meet Hunter, and they had this whole walk-off moment, and Shangela continues to say she's a professional. Mama was promoting her music. Okay, we heard some of it too when they did the dance-off with everybody when they were getting together prior to the show the next day. It was a good little time, everyone. Back to Hunter and Shangela. I feel for Hunter because of the whole, I've graduated from college. I'm still living with my parents. This is where I'm at. But I've had to move away and come back a few times. Mama, we all have. Some of us have. Some of us have it because they're, of privilege, or they've just made the better decisions in life. Some of us have been hard-headed or a little, stuck in our ways, and it took us a little time to get there. But don't ever feel ashamed of your situation. The situation is what makes you you. By you going through that situation, it only elevates you to a different level and brings your wisdom and knowledge up to a tier that is necessary for you to not make those bad decisions again, or to help the next person by paying it forward with that knowledge. That's why I never am mad when it comes down to what I don't have and what I wish I could have. Because 5 years ago, I said I'd do something with HBO, and now we're here. I wanted to get back to Daryl. There was a moment of a conversation in reference to race. I felt like it should have been given a little bit more time, but that's just me. But when the conversations were spread out between people asking about diversity in Gettysburg, it was interesting to hear some of the things that people were saying, because some of it was like, oh, okay. And then this one guy, Eureka, was talking to, we were here with until he said colored. And it was not collard greens. It wasn't coloring book. It was colored. And I said, oh, we're doing this. Like, we were here with it, with the whole, well, it's half and half on diversity. I'm looking at him like, is it? Because I have seen nothing but Pinkberry, which is not to say there is nobody black in that town, but, be aware of where you're at. And the fact that this man said all that, it was like, girl, he's used that terminology before, probably the day before, all of that, and it's probably used throughout that town still by people, not everyone. Whew. That was tough to take. And when Bob saw that Confederate flag, I know, like the rest of you who saw it, my face, ooh, miss me with that pride stuff. That's not what it's about. You can only put a stamp on a pig and call it beef for so long. I'm going to go back to Erica. You see how I'm doing this? I'm all over the place with this review. I love this show. I'd say Erica and Haley's relationship, because Erica, of course, went the wrong way with, discussing Haley's sexuality and I guess being more supportive in that situation. When Eureka was reaching out to Haley's dad in that whole moment on the phone, and it kept blacking out with the with the words in the background, boom, 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 boom. So dramatic, but it was right. And I was glad that we also got that moment for Haley to say her piece or give her story in this moment, because, we can hear Erica's side of it, but what does Haley have to say in this? Because she's the one that was affected over the situation. She was the one that came out as bisexual, and her mom did not handle it well. So I wanted to hear what she had to say, and I was glad that Haley showed up to see her mother's performance. And let's get to that now. So I loved the transition of these people going into drag. I enjoyed the makeup artist and the makeup artists and those who were assisting with the wigs and getting the girls together with our queens. I enjoyed that aspect. I also like that one of the makeup artists, I believe, was talking to Erica about what happened with his mother. What happened with his mother and him. And, time only heals. Ooh, do I know that so well. Especially for you as a person, it's more about you than them, because you have to heal from that. Because once you've forgiven them, if they can never accept you, then you don't need that. Because you've already forgiven them. I don't need what you have. I've already forgiven you. But Shangela coming out giving us her regular routine was it. I enjoyed seeing Hunter show up later. That was the tea, with his dad pulling up the motorcycle with Shangela in the back. That was, it was so awesome to see. My dad would never do something like that. And if he did, I would pretty much just disappear. Bob did a great show with Daryl. I love their routine, and it was nice to see Daryl up there having a good time. It was really lovely. And then, of course, Eureka's number with Erica was really special. And then Erica was in this multicolored Technicolor Dreamcoat. It was giving me Technicolor Dreamcoat tease or Benjamin with his many colors. Very, very biblical. And then we had to pull off the robe, and now there's this dress we have seen many of time before. No shade, but we've seen that rainbow dress many of time. But what was so lovely was there was a heart in the center that says, "Or I'm sorry, Haley." And that was really sweet. And for Haley to see that and have that moment, it was great. And I hope that Haley and her mother do have a reconciliation, a hug, a let's talk about it moment. I hope that Erica can hear what Haley has to say and that Haley can forgive her mother. Am I missing anything? There was lots of moments on this episode. There was lots of moments in this episode that were just really touching. Lots of funny moments too. The way it was paced, y'all, it was good for this hour. I was here for We're Here. I was here for We're Here. Listen, what are you doing Thursday nights? You should be watching this show on HBO, 9 p.m. Be there. Thanks again to HBO for sending me this press kit. Full opening of this Sunday as for a YouTube Live. Cannot believe they reached out to me all. Like, I was shaking a little bit. I was like, not me. Me, for real. What me? And I'm really thankful for everything they gave in this pack. I actually can use a lot of this for Pizza Cakes Drag. And also for the fact that HBO even thought of me to do this video. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope to work with more projects with y'all in the future. Also, yeah, this is a great show. Please give it your time. It's not something that's meant to be catty or the usual works that we normally see with TV. This is for uplifting those of us who may need a little moment to have a pat on the back, a hug, a shoulder to lean on, or words of kindness and strength to get us through some of these terrible days. It's your boy, Matty-Rants. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll be covering We're Here every Thursday night on my channel. Also, remember we're doing Drag Race on Saturdays. Sundays are the lives. We will get to the recaps of the seasons, but honey, as you can see, I have to give this the top priority. It's your boy, Matty-Rants. Hugs and kisses. My best love and wishes to you. I will see y'all later. Bye.